Welcome to this video lecture in the topics choice of rotor slots and design of squirrel cage rotor from third unit design of induction motors in the subject design of electrical apparatus. So the choice of rotor slots in induction motor. In induction motor, the following problems may develop. The first one is the motor may refuse to start. The second problem, the motor may crawl at some subsynchronous speeds. And third problem is vibration and noise may be excessively developed in the motor. So these three problems should not occur in the motor. So these three problems will occur when certain combination of stator and rotor slots are preferred. So what are the combination of stator and rotor slots should not be there, we are going to discuss now. So already in the previous video lecture we have discussed about the selection of number of stator slots. So now we are going to discuss about the rotor slots. Considering the following, these three problems may not occur in the induction motor with a certain combination of rotor slots, because rotor slots are going to be selected from the stator slots only by comparing with the stator slots. First one is the harmonic induction torques. So in induction motor, the stator carries three-phase AC supply, and so the same three-phase EMF is going to be induced in the rotor also. Suppose if stator and rotor slots are not selected in proper combination, so there may be harmonics produced in both stator and rotor. So in rotor, the harmonic induction torques may be produced in the order of 6n plus or minus 1, where this n is an integer. Suppose if we assume n is equal to 1, so we will be getting 6 plus 1 and 6 minus 1, that is 7 and 5. And this 7th order harmonics will be represented with 7 into 120, that combination. Actually it is, suppose if it is 3-phase machine, it is displaced with 3 into 120 degree, 360 degree. This 360 degree will also be represented as 0 degree or reference. 0 or 360 is same. So in a 3-phase machine, only 360 degree will be there displaced with each phases. But suppose if it is having harmonics, the order of harmonics will be 6n plus or minus 1. Suppose we are assuming n is equal to 1, so this gives 6 plus 1 and 6 minus 1. So that is 7 or 5. So if it is 7, that represents 7th order harmonics is present. If it is 5, 5th order harmonics is present. 7th order harmonics will produce that actually 7 into 120, so wherein 6 into 120 is equal to 0, so plus 120 is there. So plus 120 that produces plus 120 degree phase displacement. So that produces the harmonic torque with respect to motoring action. So it produces the forward rotating torque. Whereas this fifth harmonic will produce 5 into 120, that if you subtract 3 into 120, 360 degree from that, it is remaining is 2 into 120, 240 degree. So 240 degree is also equal to minus 120 degree. So that means this fifth harmonic will produces the backward rotating torque. So 7th harmonic will produce forward rotating torque for n is equal to 1, and the 5th harmonic will produce backward rotating torque. So that is given here. See, for n is equal to 1, the winding produces forward rotating torque for 7th harmonic component and backward rotating torque for 5th harmonic component. So like that, if you substitute n is equal to 2, it will become 12 plus or minus 1. So it is 13 or 11. Again this 13th harmonic produces forward rotating torque, and this 11th harmonic will produces the backward rotating torque. So all this forward rotating torque will produce harmonic induction torque in the induction motor operation, and this backward rotating torque will produce harmonic braking torque to the motor operation. So that will affect the motor operation whenever the motor is operating as a generator. So this forward operating torque will affect the motor operation whenever it is in motoring operation. So now we are discussing only the motoring operation. So for n is equal to 1, the 7th harmonic component will produce a forward motoring torque, and for n is equal to 2, this 13th harmonic will produce the forward rotating torque. So now we are going to discuss about the 7th harmonic component. See here, suppose if 7th harmonic is present, that will be more pronounced. So what will happen during the operation of motor is, this is the speed of characteristics of induction motor. Actually, this characteristics curve will end somewhere here if no more harmonics is present. But here harmonics is present. Due to that, what will happen is the same kind of speed or characteristics will repeating here also. See here, so this kind of characteristics. So this is due to 7th harmonic component. The same characteristics will repeat. Okay. So from this point, so it is operating in this region. So this is how the 7th harmonic component produces the motoring torque in the motor. Actually, it will lie over here because it is at 1/7 of the synchronous speed. 7th harmonic component will produce 1/7 of, operate at 1/7 of the synchronous speed because this frequency is higher. That is 7 times of the fundamental frequency. Suppose if fundamental frequency is 50 Hertz, the 7th harmonic component will have 7 into 50 Hertz. So that much higher, at higher frequency, this 7th harmonic component will be present in the supply. So this so F is higher, frequency is higher, so the speed is lesser for this component. We have the formula that n is equal to 120 F by P. So this is actually at 1/7 of the speed, this will be more predominant. So what will happen is, this 1/7 harmonic torque will also be added with the fundamental frequency torque. So at 1/7 of the speed, this is actually the steady state operating region of the induction motor. See here, at low slip values, actually at this point the slip value is 0, so here the slip value is maximum. The maximum slip at which you are getting maximum torque. Actually, this region is the steady state operating region in induction motor. So same thing will happen for this motor here actually. So this may be the this point related to here, and so this is motoring operating region, motoring torque. This is the maximum torque for 7th harmonic component. So here it may be 0, and this is negative region. So this is actually steady state operating region. So what will actually happen is, this is the point at which motor operation is motor speed is 0 here. So here the speed is ns, but here the speed of the induction motor nearer to the synchronous speed. So at nearer to the synchronous speed, the motor will be operating in steady state operating condition for fundamental frequency operation. But for 7th harmonic frequency component, this is actually the steady state operating region. So what will happen at nearer to less than 1/7 of the synchronous speed, the steady state operating region occurs. So at nearer to 1/7 of the synchronous speed, the motor will operating in a steady state operating region. So that further movement, further increase in torque will not at all happen in the machine. So at 1/7 of the speed, the motor will operate in a steady state operating condition. But for fundamental frequency supply, the steady state speed is nearer to synchronous speed of fundamental frequency operation. So this speed never will attained by the motor. The motor will try to operate at this low speed, that is nearer to less than 1/7 of synchronous speed. So this is called as crawling in induction motor. This phenomena wherein the motor operating at steady state at a speed nearer to 1/7 of synchronous speed is represented as crawling operation. Crawling means child will be crawling, no? So it cannot run. The child cannot run faster. So child can only crawl. So like that, crawl at low steps. So that the same thing will happen in induction motor. So what will happen is, the harmonic torque is produced so that the motor can operate only at low speeds. So this phenomena is represented as crawling. So this factor is given here actually. So the motor may crawl at some subsynchronous speed. So if seventh harmonic component is present due to improper combination of stator and rotor slots, crawling may occur. So if suppose in the same way, for the stator, this is what I have explained with respect to rotor. So this is the rotor stator characteristics of induction motor. So rotor harmonic torque. So the same thing may happen in stator also. Stator slot produces harmonics in the order of 6 AQ plus or minus 1, wherein this Q is slots per pole per phase. And so for a 3-phase 4-pole 36 slot machine, Q will be 36 slots divided by 4 into 3, 12. That is 36 divided by 12 will be equal to 3. So Q is equal to 3. So for Q is equal to 3 and A is equal to 1, what will happen is 3 into 6, 18 plus 1, 19 or 19 or 17. So 19 the harmonics will produce dips in the motor stator characteristics. Okay, that will be forward operation, and at 17th harmonic that will be that produces the reverse torque. So that at this speed, suppose if motor is operating as a motor, a dip in speed will happen at 19th, that is 1 by 19th of synchronous speed. And suppose if it is operating as a generator, the dip in speed will occur at 1 by 17th of synchronous speed. So these are all called as subsynchronous speed. So the motor will be operating at certain subsynchronous speed due to the presence of harmonics due to the selection of stator and rotor poles. So that has to be avoided. So always there is a constraint that therefore it is necessary to avoid values of rotor slots exceeding stator slots by 15 to 30%. So rotor slot will be greater, but it should not exceed 15 to 30% of stator slots. So this is with respect to harmonic torques. Next is the harmonic synchronous torque. Harmonic synchronous torques means suppose if stator and rotor harmonics of same order. See here we have discussed about the stator harmonics and rotor harmonics with this order. That is rotor harmonic order is n is equal to 6 and plus or minus 1, and stator harmonics order is 6 AQ plus or minus 1. Suppose if this stator and rotor harmonics becoming of the same order, the torque will be produced represented as harmonic synchronous torque. So that condition is to be avoided. Stator harmonic order and rotor harmonic order should not become equal. So that means 6 cube, suppose n is equal to 6 cube plus or minus 1. That is also equal to slots per pole per phase. This Q is slots per pole per phase, and that is for A is equal to 1, and that should not be equal. So n dash, that is the rotor harmonics 2 into n into plus or minus 1. So here also these two should not be equal. Okay, this n and n represents the stator harmonics, n dash represents the rotor harmonic. That two should not be equal. So if these two equal, that will produces the synchronous harmonic synchronous torque. So when these two will become equal, stator slots and rotor slots are equal. So this condition should never occur in induction motor. So SS should not be equal to SR. And then to avoid the vibration in the motor, there is an empirical formula is derived. The difference between stator and rotor slot should not be equal to plus or minus P plus or minus 1 and plus or minus P plus or minus 2. So this combination also not should be there. So to avoid the synchronous or this synchronous torque due to harmonics, the difference between stator and rotor slot should not be equal to plus or minus P. And so this to avoid the vibration, it should not be equal to plus or minus P plus or minus 2. So these are the conditions. Based upon this conditions, the squirrel cage induction motor rotor will be designed. Okay, so these conditions will be finally concluded while designing the induction motor rotor slots. So that design of squirrel cage rotor will be discussed in the next class. Thank you.